This is Mrs. motomattman.
And Mr. motomattman.
And we just left Starbucks, and we are headed down the road, and I made the mistake of being the lead biker that we talked about what route we were going to take. And when I took off, I decided I was going to bite the bullet, and if you happen to see the video from before, where we rode to Starbucks, we went a long way around to get there because I have a fear of this one hill and turn. And I decided that when we left Starbucks, you know what, sometimes you just got to ride the horse and just go.
Yep. Now, she mentioned the video before. You're probably not going to see these videos in that order, though.
Oh.
Because so it'll be the video after.
Okay.
But anyway, and the reason for that is because what we wanted to talk about right now is something, it's along the lines of something that I've talked about in a bunch of videos. Our oldest daughter plays travel softball. And her travel softball organization has an indoor practice facility that they use in the wintertime. And as many of you have seen, winters can be long and brutal here. So the indoor facility is a necessity. Well, this past winter, when the season was over, the decision was made to move facility. And we're moving the facility from a facility that the inside dimensions, forgive me, I didn't figure out what the square footage was, but it was 48 feet wide and 60 feet long, which worked out okay. But for the older girls, which our daughter is not one of the older girls, for the older girls it can be a bit tough to actually practice fielding and throwing in a space that size because of their arm strength. You know, another way to put it. But the new facility is 60 feet wide and 92 feet long. So it's 4 feet shy of being exactly double the size. Well, the person that we're renting this space from already had some nice field turf to put down in there, but we don't have enough. So the girls are doing a fundraiser to raise money for the extra turf and the netting that goes up to protect the people that are not actually practicing at that time, getting hit with a stray ball. We need much more of that than what we have. So the girls are doing a fundraiser. Now, you've never heard me say, hey, buy something from me, or I don't have a Patreon page, and this isn't for me. There are approximately 90 girls in the organization, and they range in age from 8 years old all the way up through 16 years old. And these girls practice and play softball year-round. And they really need the indoor facility, and they really need the extra turf. And Mrs. Motomattman can give you more information on the organization itself. But the point is I'm going to put a link in the description for those of you that, if you can find it in your heart, to donate some money so these girls can have the turf that they need for this upcoming winter and beyond, to be able to donate. And there's no set amount or anything like that. Whatever you possibly could give would be greatly appreciated. This organization also is not a for-profit organization. It is a non-profit organization. They have their 501c status. All the coaches are volunteers. They're all parents of girls that are on the team. You could think of it like as a rec league, just playing at a much higher level than that and doing it year-round. But what I'll do is I'll turn it over to Mrs. Motomattman. So, well, once she gets down, this is the hill that, in turn, that she was not happy with.
Okay, yes, this is my nemesis right at the moment. And of course, Mr. Motomattman has a car right on his butt.
Yeah, two of them.
Yep.
Okay.
So you go down that hill, which again is, and I'm sure when somebody watches it, they're going to think, well, it's not that big of a deal.
Okay, you need to give it some gas to get these idiots off my butt.
But
give it some gas so we can get these idiots off my butt.
All right, now we're free and clear.
Okay, now I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Motomattman and let her give you a little bit more information on
So, yep, our organization was founded in 2011, and it was founded by a pitching coach by the name of Steve Bykowski, and his reason for starting this organization was to be able to give a place for all of his pitchers to be able to play within one organization. Now, as the time has gone on, not all of our pitchers are coached by Coach Bykowski, but the majority of our pitchers are coached by Bykowski pitchers. They are Bykowski pitchers. So he wanted to start an organization to give all of his pitchers a place to be able to be. So it has grown from 2011, started off with 1 to 2 teams. That this year we have 8 teams. So our youngest team is a 10U developmental team, which the girls on that team are 8 and 9 years old. And then the age ranges go all the way up, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So we have roughly 11 to 12 girls on each team. And then again, we have coaches for each team.
Well, the other thing that the facility is also used for is our coaches, along with the pitching coach that founded the organization, Steve Bykowski, donate their time to do hitting clinics that are open to girls that are outside the organizations as well. So we have a lot of girls that only want to play rec ball, parks and rec ball, kind of like Little League baseball, but for softball. That's all they want to do is play at that level, which is perfectly fine, but they want to improve themselves. So they'll come to the hitting clinics that are held every Saturday and Sunday throughout the winter while we're inside having to practice. And like I said, those coaches donate their time to instruct kids that aren't even on their team, their own team. And it develops the girls, to be perfectly honest with you. There are several girls, because even though our daughter is 10, she started out playing in the organization as an 8-year-old. So this is her 3rd year of playing 10U travel ball for Ohio Energy, even though she's only 10. So there have been a lot of girls, because I volunteered my time as well to help out with the hitting clinic. And I've seen girls that have gone over the years that have gone from being very shy and introverted to being very confident and outgoing because of the confidence that they've been given.
Left blinker, please.
Partly through these hitting clinics and the way that the coaches mentor them, not just in their hitting, but, you know, all around, trying to get them, you know, to open up and move out of their comfort area, you know, and one of the things is that a lot of coaches for a lot of different team sports have this idea, and you might want to go for a little bit longer ride, Allison, to finish it up.
Okay.
Anyway, a lot of the coaches will do things like, they'll say, well, you know, I'm not necessarily going to teach that to this girl or that girl because they're only 10. And 10-year-olds can't do this, or 10-year-olds can't do that, 11-year-olds can't do this or can't do that. Well, the coaches in our organization don't subscribe to that mentality. They understand that there are mistakes that a 10-year-old will make, and they make that mistake because they're 10. That a 16-year-old, you would expect not to make that same mistake. But they don't limit them on what they can achieve. The best way I can put it is the founder of the organization tells parents and kids all the time, look, there are 10-year-old gymnasts competing in the Olympics on the uneven bars and on the floor routine and on the balance beam, doing incredible maneuvers. And if that 10-year-old can do that, there's no reason why a 10-year-old can't learn how to backhand a ground ball or be able to throw a screwball or a drop curve. It's a whole lot easier to throw a screwball or a drop curve than to do a backflip on a balance beam and land with your feet squarely on this 4-inch wide beam. So, along with them teaching the actual softball skills, they do a great job of building the confidence of the girls, and that translates not just to softball, but to everything they do in life. You know, if I could do this on the softball field, why can't I do that in the classroom? Kind of thing. Anyway, I'll throw it back to Mr. Motomattman.
So, yep, so as Mr. Motomattman was describing, he described that we have, our current landlord has some turf that we are able to use, but we need more turf. There are 2 poles in the facility is we need to get the wraps to cover those and cages, batting cages. So that's why we wanted to reach out to you guys just to see if anybody would like to donate. Again, it's on the snap raise. It's no set denomination. Like, you can give $5, whatever it is. If you're able to give, we appreciate it. And we just wanted to reach out to our motorcycle community just to see.
Yeah, and again, this isn't going to our daughter. It's not going to us. It's something that you do right online, right on following the link, right on the Snap Raise website, and it goes right to the organization for this fundraiser. But anyway, I hope you're able to help out with this. I hope you like what you see. If you do, make sure you click that like and subscribe button, punch that bell so you get notifications whenever we upload any new content. And as always, remember, keep the shiny side up and the rubber side down.
And I just wanted to add one more thing to the very end. I know this video is more about the fundraiser that we're sending the information out about, but to all you newer riders out there, just sometimes you just gotta buckle down and just do it. What probably was not my smoothest or most successful at that turn and hill, but you know what? I did it. I accomplished it. I'm going to get better at it, and I'm going to continue to build my confidence on it. So I just wanted to go ahead and do it. But I encourage you to also go ahead and give it a try. All right. Well, thank you all for your time, and keep a little sparkle everywhere you go.